Hey everybody, it's Colt Cabana. Welcome to my studio apartment in a quarantined Chicago, Illinois. I am here on the social media to do a fun little game of Would You Rather while I'm here, while I am stuck. I'm going to put a bunch of the answers here out on Twitter or Instagram and YouTube or whatever it might be, but I'm going to do a lot more over at my Patreon. So if you enjoy this, feel free to sign up for $5 a month, patreon.com/Colt Cabana, and check out all the goodies I have over there. A lot of people weren't really sure how Would You Rather works, so here is the best case scenario. Somebody gives me two scenarios, usually bad scenarios, something people would not want to do, but I have to choose one. Would I rather do A? Would I rather do B? Some folks were like, would you rather be an inner circle or the elite? And it's like, well, where's the fun in that? Give me some fun and we'll have fun with it. So I have chose some would you rathers, and again, good ways to support while the wrestlers are doing nothing. For me personally, ColtMerch.com, ProWrestlingTees.com/Colt Cabana is where you can get this new shirt, as seen as my new catchphrase that I just made up on the fly while talking to Kip Sabian, or again, my Patreon, and then there's a million other ways for other wrestlers. So let's get it started and do a little Would You Rather. Ben asks, if wrestling was done naked, which it basically is, let's be honest, would you rather take a tombstone or a Bronco Buster? A lot of naked questions being asked. This is a good one. A tombstone or a Bronco Buster? Do I want to give my lower region to another wrestler in retaliation, or am I willing just to take the lower region myself and allow that person the freedom of not having my junk all in their junk? Because that's what's happening with this tombstone. It's basically a 69. A 69 is happening. Although I feel if I'm upside down, I can move my head away to try to get away from the scenario. I'm saying in this scenario, we're going to go with my opponent is a male. I think if it's a female, I may or may not enjoy it. It depends on the person. Let's say in this scenario, you, Ben, are homophobic, which we can only assume you are. But in the reality, I'm not going to want I don't want it all over my face, you know what I'm saying? So I'll stricken the homophobia from this actual question, and I'll say, now that I think about it, I'm in the tombstone, I can kind of push and hold, whereas that Bronco Buster, it is right there, but also it's like not there, here, not there, here, not there, here. So there is like an on and off situation, but also it's like a light switch, and it'll probably just, depending on the wrestler, that's cracking me every couple seconds, as opposed to this tombstone. But again, tombstone, gravity's going down, that's bringing it down. I can shift left and right. I think I'm going to be safer, and they're going to have to take my stuff. They're probably going to be breathing hard. It's in the middle of the match, so they're like, so it's not like they're like putting their mouth on it, but I'm getting a good breeze there. It's basically like Gold Bond happening in the middle of the match. And I think I'm safe. So if wrestling's happened naked, I'm taking a tombstone. Jason asks, would you rather discover how big is Barista's dick, or discover if Montreal was really a work? Well, obviously I want to focus on one thing here. I've always just been intrigued about the barista world, and I know now both Matt Jackson and Tony Schiavone are baristas in the world. So it's just like, I'd love to know how big their dicks are. And Tony Schiavone's been around a long time, so like a lot of people are curious. Also, he's not a wrestler, so he's not showing spandex. It's not like moving. We can't get a good outline of what's going on there. He's not really dressing into wrestling outfits, so we can't like sneak a peek at the barista Tony Schiavone's dick. So that's an easy one. I'm checking out this barista's dick and seeing how big it is. The Wrestling Mad Hatter asks, would you rather take a stink face from Rikishi after a shower, or Pity City from both Nasty Boys after a 30-minute match? This is an easy one. I hope it's easy for you. First of all, I'm a wrestler, and I have been stink-faced without wrestlers taking a shower in the middle of a match. I touched Joey Ryan's penis, you know what I'm saying? The Nasty Boys, particularly Knobs, but I'll throw Sags in there, are nasty men. I have been involved in things with them. I've been around them. They are not for me, as I would say. So gross as it is, A 30-minute match, but God knows the last time those two took a shower, probably in 2017. So they're gross just off the bat. Rikishi, he just took a shower. I mean, I'm assuming, and let's assume, deep clean, he got in those cheeks. He's a little self-conscious because it's a really big butt, you know what I'm saying? So he's going to get up all in those crevices. It's going to be clean. And what's the difference between an arm and a butt cheek at that point? It's been soaped down, especially in current climate. He's soaping it big time, making sure everything. I mean, either way, I'm getting into crevices. And I think after the soaping, let's do that Rikishi stink face. Charlie Rose asks, would you rather discuss the truce of evolution with Luchasaurus or get blackout drunk with Joey Janela while attempting to ride a very small Razor scooter? Maybe the Razor scooter is a call out to Wrestling Road Diaries, which I've put out free. If you want to watch on my Patreon /Colt Cabana, it's on there for free. You don't have to sign up for the Patreon. I do ride a little Razor scooter in there, but a lot of people know that I don't drink at all. Last time I was drunk was over 10 years ago. And the last time before that was like over 5 years ago. So it's very sparse for me. So you would probably think I would want to talk evolution with Luchasaurus, but everybody knows there's three things you just don't talk about because it just gets boring fast. And that's people's dreams, religion, and time travel. And I know evolution isn't in there, but it probably is with religion. And also Luchasaurus, this is a real know-it-all guy, this Luchasaurus. He's been here for 65 million years. But in reality, he's got a lot of things that he chimes in on. And I could see that going south really fast, whereas Joey Janela doesn't care about life at all. Have you seen his teeth? The guy doesn't care, right? So he's just having the most fun. And hey, maybe this is the first time in 11 years we drink a little White Claw. I did have a sip of White Claw, and it wasn't bad. I don't really like drinking, but it wasn't. I was like, oh, this, you know what? If I was to drink, I would probably drink a White Claw. So let's get blackout drunk with Joey Janela, and whatever we do. I mean, you say ride on a very little scooter, but I say, I don't know, go to the Sausage Castle with Joey Janela, blackout drunk. Go to Taco Bell with Joey Janela, blackout drunk. Go to the Jersey Shore with Joey Janela, blackout drunk. Wherever Joey Janela wants to go blackout drunk, I'm going to go with him. Citizen Zero asks Colt Cabana, would you rather fight 50 Marco Stunts or fight one 50-foot tall Marco Stunts? Now, this is the tried and true question of would you rather. A lot of things versus a big thing of a lot of those things. And I always stick with my answer for this, no matter what it is, and this scenario holds true also, that a 50-foot giant Marco Stunts, even though we know him as a little kid who flosses and wears a bump bag, would still just be able to squash me. Now, in this usual scenario, it's 50 of a little thing, but Marco Stunt is a little thing. And I believe, just like hopped up on energy, just like knocking all of these Marco Stunts out of the way, would be just a lot of. I know it's 50, but I just feel I could beat the fuck out of 50 little Marco Stunts. But a 50-foot Marco Stunt is just going to be too big. I'm not that quick. You know, I'm more of a comedian than I am a quick aerial wrestler. So it's just like I feel the power that I have that a lot of people don't know I have. You know, I might do comedy, but I'm a big guy. I feel that's going to help me a lot better in the end than battling one giant. Yeah, I could beat the fuck out of 50 Marco Stunts. Probably 100, to be honest. Nick asks Colt, would you rather wrestle a bear or wrestle bear? Now, this is a play on words, and I like this. And there's been a lot of naked talk. And I've said, I don't mind wrestling naked, but now we're talking about this wrestling bear. Now, the history has taught us that the wrestling bear isn't that bad. I did do a special on it. Those will be up on my Patreon pretty soon about wrestling the wrestling bear on Wrestling Fringe. There has been some scenarios where some wrestlers have gotten some fingers cut off, but that's because the bear wasn't trained properly or was hungry at the time. I know from doing this story that if I feed the bear Coca-Cola, then the bear will be happy and we'll just be playing around. So, but now, you know, maybe we're talking about a larger gay man who in his sexual community would be known as a bear. And I wouldn't mind that at all because I'll wrestle anybody. But a bear man, you know, will work with me and won't hurt me, and my feelings won't be as hurt as much if I'm wrestling bear, B-A-R-E, and people are taking shots at me. So best case scenario, I'm going to wrestle a gay man who is big-chested with a hairy chest. Pero. I wrestle Pero.